Marjorie Taylor Greene had a wake-up call this week when she went on CNN. The enemy of my enemy is not always my friend. Here's the interview she thought she was getting into.
I stand with these women.
And here's where she ended up.
I myself am not anti-Semitic.
Oh, yikes. Let's take a look how it happened. So Marjorie's having an interesting couple of weeks. After spending years getting painted by the left as the crazy aunt of the MAGA movement, she has been rehabilitated in some of the left's eyes for criticizing Trump. Now, she desperately wants the Epstein files released. It's not happening fast enough. She waxed Donald Trump over it. Trump waxed back, writing on Truth Social, "I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. All I see wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating she should not run for senator or governor. She was at 12% and didn't have a chance." It's so hard not to do a Trump accent, but I'm not going to insult you all doing it. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, sometimes in politics, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. If one person on one side turns heel and takes any chance to criticize their former ally, love can follow. Look at Michael Cohen. Look at Anthony Scaramucci, Michael Steele. Such wonderful careers once they started criticizing Trump publicly. So perhaps Marjorie Taylor Greene thought she could bottle a bit of that, especially after her easy interview with The View recently. Maybe she thought if she'd lost Trump, she needs to widen her appeal to different audiences. So whatever the reason, it led her to the arms of CNN. She was interviewed by Dana Bash on CNN's State of the Union, and it got awkward really fast. And it was absolutely clear it wasn't what Marjorie Taylor Greene was expecting it to be. She thought she would be able to get the softball after stopball so she could stick it to Trump. And that is how it started.
You know, I stand with these women. I stand with rape victims. I stand with children who are in terrible sex abuse situations. And I stand with survivors of trafficking and those that are trapped in sex trafficking.
Yep, a new pulpit to preach her message from, with the added bonus of showing off her new, mature, peaceful side, now that she's out of the Trump sphere.
I have something in my heart that I think is incredibly important for our country, and that is to end the toxic fighting in politics. And this has been going on for years, and it has divided our country, split up friends and families, neighbors, and it's not solving our problems.
But CNN wasn't about to let someone like her off the hook. Even if Marjorie Taylor Greene said she still liked Trump and his agenda, they were going to go fishing for the conspiracy theories media elites have been pushing.
You said on X yesterday, quote, "It's astonishing, really, how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, and that it really makes you wonder what is in those files." Are you suggesting there's something in the Epstein files that President Trump does not want Americans to see?
Tough one to answer if you want to one day return to Trump's good books. So let's see how she goes.
Well, I think that's the part that has so many people confused, is that the women themselves that I have talked to have over and over again said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong.
And of course, that's not good enough for Dana and CNN.
You said you were confident the president wouldn't be implicated. Are you still confident of that?
So back on the tightrope you go, Marjorie.
I'm listening to the women. Those are the ones that are saying that he did nothing wrong. Virginia Giuffre even said under oath that Donald Trump did nothing wrong, and she wrote it in her book. So I'm continuing to listening to the women, and I think their voices should be the loudest.
So we're now 4 minutes into an 18-minute interview, and it's pretty clear that it's not the red carpet Whoopi Goldberg gave her. Now, if you're Marjorie, you'd be hoping you could spend the rest of the time returning to the message. I love Trump, but I love supporting Epstein's victims even more. Nope.
Congresswoman, you posted on X that President Trump is, with his comments, fueling a, quote, hotbed of threats against you. Obviously, any threats to your safety are completely unacceptable. But we have seen these kinds of attacks or criticism from the president at other people. It's not new. And with respect, I haven't heard you speak out about it until it was directed at you.
And she just has to stand there and take it.
Dana, I think that's fair criticism, and I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country, and it's been something I've thought about a lot, especially since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Is that I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions, and I am committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics.
It's not getting fun for her anymore, is it? But CNN even went to the lengths of bringing up decades-old scandals to rip into her.
So just to put a button on this, you regret the things that you have said and posted in the past, the Facebook post that was taken down of you in 2020 holding a gun alongside the squad, encouraging people to go on the offense against the socialists, liking a tweet of somebody calling for the execution of Nancy Pelosi and former President Obama, just examples.
And then they just hammered her on Israel.
Okay, so on that, I do want to ask you about something you posted just yesterday on X. You questioned who and what country is putting so much pressure on Trump to keep the Epstein files hidden. And you included a picture about donations from pro-Israel lobbying group AIPAC. What are you trying to say there? I just want to be clear. Are you saying Israel is pushing the President of the United States to cover up the Epstein files? And what evidence do you have that that is the case?
No, I simply against.
Well, you had AIPAC up there. It was pretty clear which government you were talking about.
Leading her to say the line that if you have to say it, you've made a terrible mistake.
I myself am not anti-Semitic.
Oh, that's the world standard sign for I have bitten off more than I can chew when I agreed to this interview. So Marjorie Taylor Greene might now be thinking it's probably time to make peace with Donald Trump. Her time as a lefty darling had its grand opening and grand closing. If she wants a long political career, she's going to have to return, cap in hand, to the crowd that made her. But it's a lesson for the world here, and especially conservative commentators. There is a token seat at the left's table for the apostate. If you feel let down by the right side of politics, it can be tempting to be invited to panel after panel on left-wing networks to bite the hand that once fed you. Except you are going to have to grovel. And depending on how MAGA you were, or are, or could be, you are going to have to sit there and take insult after insult just to stay on camera. Is it worth it? All right, that's it for me this week. Remember to like and subscribe to Sky News Australia so you can stay up to date with all of our videos here, not just from me, but all our other excellent commentators as well. See you guys next week.